Ah man, this one is not something I would normally want to make, or just would make. In fact, I wanted to do a video on Alan Wake 2, but I really do think this is so important that it takes precedence over that. And it's still a little reactionary, but I wanted some time to sit on things and let more information come out. If you've got at least one eye on Bungie in Destiny 2, then yesterday was a really rough day, and it comes in two news cycles. Number one, and the most important one, is that Bungie have laid off a number of staff. That number is still unknown at the time of recording this, but we do know a various amount of departments that have been hit. This is including community management, HR, recruitment, art, legal, QA, and player support. There could be more, I don't know. This comes barely a year after being gobbled up by Sony. I can't lie, I feel livid. Livid, man. I'm seeing Muppets out there celebrating this like the childish dickheads that they are because they want brands and companies to fail. These are people with real lives, real jobs, real responsibilities. Genuinely, my heart goes out to so many who've been impacted. I've read the tweets and I've followed a few of them for a long time. The biggest case for me that really pissed me off was seeing Liana be released. I followed and loved her work at Game Informer, particularly everything that she did around Destiny 2. She helped me get some friends into the game. I never once interacted with her or anything of the sort, but when she got the gig at Bungie, it was like a dream for her, as it was for so many who have now been released. Her tweet following up about house bills and cancer, and it's like, it's not just her, but the thousands that get impacted by this. I cannot comprehend that, on top of the hundreds and thousands of people that they have to interact with daily, whilst you have to apologise on behalf of management's fuck-ups and mistakes. And now they're just letting her go, and all the other community members and all the other staff, they've had to apologise on behalf of their mistakes. It's truly heartbreaking. The thing I just can't fathom, these live service games, which, you know, Sony are investing heavily into, they're pumping out as many of these as they possibly can. These are the kind of people that you need, and without them, the link between players and developers is severely shattered. And one thing a live service game is built upon is that relationship, that understanding. Players won't play if you don't listen to their feedback in a live service game, and the cuts here absolutely demolished what has been built. On top of that, an interview back in 2022, the higher-ups literally said that over $1 billion of the Sony buyout was for staff retention. And then you go and do this. You add on to that Pete Parsons' tweet, who's helped pioneer Bungie, and I have so much respect. But this felt cold as a statement, an inability to read the room, and it felt like it had just been sat in his draft since last week. You add on to that Lorraine McLeese, who designed the original Halo logo. What? How do you have this much disrespect? These people are the foundations of what Bungie has become. They are not this today without them. And don't even get me started on the idea of Michael Sechrist and Michael Salvatore, I apologise if I mispronounce any of those names, that have also potentially been let go, or if it's a voluntary thing, we don't know yet. All the people I'm speaking about here are Bungie. Sony leadership, when they take this company on and bring it in, you are actively dismissing it and its history, its bedrock, by doing these activities. These people are responsible for memorable moments in many gamers' lives. I find this really difficult to talk about because I am a positive person. That's me, that's my personality. I sit here at my desk right now with my big Master Chief helmet and a mini replica of Thorn as a big Bungie stan all over the years. The games that Bungie have created are a reason I got into video games and now why I'm even doing this. The thing is though, it's felt like a road and a journey of Bungie just not being that company that we all just love anymore. Everyone thought when they split from Activision, everything on the monetization and content cadence would become better. But I'd argue it's just got worse over the years. Like, I look at the in-game monetization of the game right now. You look at shader bundles, weapon ornaments, armor ornaments, both as a package, single pieces, exotics, transmog, seasons, expansions, emotes, ships, sparrows, ghost projections, and more. Event passes even. What the fuck is happening? As Destiny 2 has gone on, the monetization has become worse. The free-to-play offering is non-existent, and let me tell you, if community sentiment on the game wasn't low enough, you've just taken out that last line of trust. You've under-delivered with Lightfall, and the people who help feed back and create some of the greatest stuff in the game, the people who make it better, who take the brunt of the criticism and abuse, the faces of the game and company almost, and you just sack them off. I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's Bungie higher ups. I don't know if it's a directive from Sony. It's not for me to speculate, and it's not right to either. I'm sure we'll find out in the coming days. Maybe even by the time this video goes live. The comments on Pete Parsons' tweet were unacceptable, when people don't know whether it even was his decision or it was something as a directive from Sony. His tweet, as I've said, it was nonsense, and it was wrong. But the stuff that I saw on the replies to that tweet was wrong. Be better. So, what now? Well, the final shape has been delayed till June, meaning we're in for a 7-month season, and Marathon is now pushed back to 2025, but I've not really got much to say on that one. In terms of Destiny, it's not out of the question for a 7-month season. We've had a 6-month one before, but that was supplemented by a really good 30th anniversary pack. The thing is though, burnout and sentiment were not as bad then as it is now. Like, let's take this season for example. I think it's been stellar, bar one big miss with the season climax. Fresh activities, diverse mechanics, compelling story, big character moments, a lot of intrigue, puzzles, and overall a really good time. Yet, I haven't touched Festival of the Lost. In fact, I haven't properly played the game since the story wrapped up. Just log in every now and then to check the Bright Dust store. And that's not because it's bad. I think it's actually been pretty amazing. But there's two huge factors. One is we're in the year of 2023. One of, if not the greatest year ever in video games. Two, this is a 7-year-old game. And no matter how many coats of paint you apply to it, this is still Destiny 2 that we've been playing for all that time, all them hundreds, if not thousands of hours. It's completely understandable to feel a general sense of apathy towards its gameplay, systems and loot. I've wrapped up the story, and there's no pinnacle chase, which is fine. If not, it's great. I want to go and play other games. I don't want to be catalogued into one game forever. But man, is it going to be rough having a 7-month season now. So, what are they going to do? They can't just cook up a brand new season to slot in between now and then, especially when you consider that next season is meant to be it's meant to lead right into the final shape. I don't know. They'll have to acknowledge it at some point, but they've just got rid of the forward-facing team members who would usually deal with this in the past and give some kind of communication. So, where do we go from here? Well, look, Destiny 2, despite what people are mumbling around online, it's not going to die overnight. That cow is not going to drop dead until it starts producing more cash than it loses. I still love Destiny. It's provided me amazing moments. I've built friendships. I've got challenges. I've got chills. But it's just getting harder to still love Bungie. They create these worlds that we all get lost in, become passionate about and care about, and there's still amazing people that will have been hurt by this news, that they have worked alongside for years, and now that's been taken away by others. A huge worry for me is what they're taking away. Player support teams and community managers? What on earth does this signal for the future of Bungie and Destiny? What happens to Twabs or Twids? Destiny 2, as it is right now, would not exist without that link. I really believe that. There are members who have abused that link and taken it way too far. But members like Liana, Griffin, Sam and DMG who left before, without them, Destiny 2, I don't think is still standing as it is today. I guess now we just have to wait and see what happens. Destiny is going to live on. I'll play the final shape. I'll play next season. But I've always felt like the final shape was my jumping off point. If you want, you can actively boycott the game. No problem. There's still incredible people working on this game who care. And to me, I think it's a disservice to them to just completely disregard it. I think all of this is part of a wider conversation in the gaming industry, in that how are we having one of the best years ever of critical hits, banger after banger after banger, and yet the human side of the industry feels worse than ever. Every week you just expect a new story about layoffs now. Something's got to give. In just over a month, we have an award show to celebrate games. And if this continues, what is there to actually celebrate? Because this side of the industry really sucks. And how is this allowed to keep happening? You have to remember, it's the people who make great games and not the companies. So, yeah. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Is this it for you playing Destiny? Do you think Bungie can recover from this? I hope that everyone who was let go lands on the feet and thrives from there. The best of luck to them, seriously. I hope everyone has a terrific day, and I'll catch you in the next one.